Every legend has a moment where the world steps back, like it senses something dangerous forming. In the Rockies, people say that moment came the winter Mara Holloway finally lost control of the illusion she'd spent years crafting. See, Mara had always lived in a world of facades. Before Elias, she'd left behind multiple failed marriages, each one collapsing the moment the men involved realized she was a performance, not a partner. And every time a marriage died, she simply rewrote the narrative online. On social media, Mara curated a life that did not exist. Perfect smiles, perfect holidays, perfect blessed mama captions. Every photo was choreographed. Every post was bait for attention. Every like was proof she was still relevant. But the truth? Behind those filters was a woman terrified of being ordinary, terrified of being unloved. And when Elias finally divorced her, the cracks in her perfectly curated image split wide open. Her son had started pulling away, her daughter had begun asking questions, and Elias, steady, grounded Elias, kept showing up with the kind of quiet, authentic love Mara couldn't fake for the camera. That's when her panic turned into something sharper. The neighbors heard shouting, friends noticed the children go stiff whenever she touched their shoulders. And Mara herself began unraveling in ways even her carefully filtered posts couldn't hide. She'd go live on social media, crying into the camera, insisting she was the victim, only to delete the video minutes later. One night, after another explosive argument with Elias about the children, Mara stood outside under the cold sky. Her breath came out in jagged bursts as she whispered into the dark, "If they won't love me, then they won't love anyone." The wind rose instantly, as if the mountain itself bristled. The temperature dropped, and some say they heard a woman crying out in the woods, even though Mara was the only woman for miles. It was the first echo of the spirit she was becoming, not just a mother unraveling, but the shadow of something ancient filling her hollow places. The Rockies have long memories, and from that night forward, they began remembering her, not as Mara Holloway, but as the woman who would become La Llorona. Follow for episode 6, where silence becomes strategy, and the haunting begins in earnest.